So I'm the only one in there that's not that smart. So I gotta write stuff down. The kids being there like, yes, Jamie, of course. Jonathan Fredrickson comes to me like, yes, Jamie, of course. I got it. I heard talk about the corn and the seed, right? And then talk about a dissertation of something that he did or something. He drew it. They're smarter than me. Samuel, yes, Chingy. Yes, Chingy. Got it. Samuel hurt my feelings. Shaming me. But then Tim Harvey talked about, right? Talked about the parable of mustard seed. And I wonder if people took the contrast of it, because Tim Harvey quoted realized that they quoted Pastor David in most spots verbatim. There was like 6 different spots where what he said was a repetition of exactly what Pastor David said. And then Harmony, I'm going to come up there and then I will squeeze her nose off while me and Pastor David talking. And I'm trying to get Pastor David to give me some more homework and to not be so hard on me. When here comes Harmony, comes and says, but Jamie, it's about the process. I just went through a month-long process. A month and 3 days, right? And you want to come up here and talk about a process while I'm talking to this man? I know it's about the process, right? It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. That's my thing. That's what I say, right? But that's Regina off American Next Top Model. I found the Bible and everything. But here you come. You want to be on top. Want to be on top? She was like, Jamie, it's about the process. I was like, you better about Jamie. I don't like processes. They take too long. Bible say wait on the Lord and be of good courage. It don't say wait on the process. It takes too long. That was a hard month. But that was a lesson that I will never, ever, if I could spend the next 3 hours for the next 4 days, right? And come back on y'all. Good morning, y'all. Never, ever, just keep saying it over and over again. What I learned about never, ever. Will I ever do that again, right? Never! I messed up so much. And I said it because I wanted him to say, no, you didn't. I should know he wasn't going to do that. He asked me, what do you want? Easy or do you want valuable? I also wanted to say, I want you to smile at me, right? And give me fist bumps like you do with everybody else. And then give me homework. And then give me candy when I get it right. And then give me heart bubbles on all my homework. Give me heart bubbles. Just because you wake up in the morning, give me heart bubbles. Give me heart bubbles. Give me heart bubbles, Pastor David. Give me heart bubbles. Now. But I didn't say that because I think he would have just thrown me over the chair. What are you doing? I didn't say stupid, easy, or valuable. I said easy or valuable. Whether you realize it or not, there is an easy way. And when he said what the easy way was, I said, my heart literally dropped. Basically, experienced the last month for the rest of my life around him. Experienced the last month. It was painful. I really thought I was going to die. I'm not exaggerating. I thought I was going to die. I wonder when Simon came into the door, did Jesus say, when he said, Simon, and called him to the back, right? Because Simon, Peter was following Jesus, but Simon was listening to the person that was asking him why their master did not pay taxes. One more time, they just arrived at Capernaum. Jesus walking into a house. I assume it was his house, but it may not be, right? But they're walking into a house, right? And you don't know what's behind that door. You're being involved. You'll be invited into the door. Patient Peter, invitation, come in the door, criticism. Jamie said, you crazy, you lost your mind. Because the door, Jesus is the door. The door is inviting you in through his door, right? To come into his house and sup with him. You don't know what's in the house behind that door. Door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. And Peter chose the door, right, when Simon was in everybody else's business. If you ask me a question, ain't none of my business, I'm not going to answer you. And I'm learning now. That would be Jamie all the time, but I'm learning now. If you ask me a question, it's always polite to not ignore people, to answer it. I'm going to answer. I learned to answer. To answer. I learned to answer. I always answer. I don't care if I turn around, look at you and say cheese and burgers. Answer. Say something. Say something. Say something. Don't say something. Say something. Answer. But what would your answer be? Peter took time to explain Jesus away. He defended Jesus. He defended not the cross, but he defended Jesus as the man, right? When Jesus, the Spirit, was leaving. Peter Jesus took time to defend him. And I think Jesus wanted to see where Peter was. Because if you look at the picture, right, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, right? But Peter was walking behind Jesus, who was 1 point, and Simon was turned around behind. I don't care if Jesus does change your name. The name that you were originally given sticks with you. The point is just not to let it control you, Jacob. I called you Israel. You stood Jacobing. I called you Prince. You choose pauper. I called you. I called you. Jamie, I called you. Grandma was crazy. Jamie. I said my name like that. Jamie. I wonder what God called me to say my name like that. Jamie. But I don't think he yells like that. You know, like that deep belly yell like that. I don't think he does that. Because there's no purpose. But we says my name. How does it sound? I think Peter is like me. He needed to hear Jesus say his name. Sometimes we do things because we want to hear them say our name. Sometimes I pretend like I don't know you there, pretend like so can you say Jamie? Why? Because nobody said that. They said, I hate you. The Lord's called me stupid. Sometimes I like ignore you. Sometimes I want to hear you say my name. Jesus, I want to hear you say my name, right? I looked it up at one point. I said, why am I so bent on people saying my name? And then if I see my name written, it scares me to death. If I see you write my name out, it scares me. It does something to me. It's scary, right? But I said, why is it so important for people to say my name? It's because I lacked a daddy. So saying your name, right, is what the Father does to validate you, right? Especially when you're a woman. They say that women actually need the Father to say their name. You need to hear your Father say your name over and over and over again. To validate you, right? To put a lock on your revolving door. Because if he does not do that and validate you, you will open all your doors and let everybody and everybody in. Any John will walk into your doors. I told Jess this morning, I felt as bad, right? I felt as bad as I did yesterday because after that happened with those people, I was worn out. Someone got a hold of both of my credit card numbers and tried to use it to buy $100 in products from Walmart. And I was already worn out from talking to my pastor. I was already focusing on what he was saying. And I know the enemy, he said it, the enemy wants to come in and distract you and make you forget what I said and make you misunderstand what I said. Either way, I was focused on what he's saying. Focus, and I was taking it in while I was taking it and praising God for it. I made Jesus my center. At that point, I said that Jesus is at the center of my joy, right? Because I had joy, right? But fixing my eyes on Jesus, the author, finisher of my faith, because my pastor actually took the time to talk to me when he did not have to. He took the time to talk to me. I had joy. Jesus at the center of my heart. From beginning to the ending. It will always be you, Jesus. Jesus, nothing else matters. I can't sing, y'all, so please sing with me. Because when I sing a song, I'm singing it to Jesus, straight to Jesus. I'm not thinking about fixing things with my pastor and fixing things with the people at Walmart and fixing this, fixing that. I'm thinking about Jesus. Nothing else matters. Nothing in this world will do. Jesus, you're the center. I can't breathe, guys, so I'll feel too good, so I need you to sing it with me. Everything I have is found in you, right? Jesus, you. From my heart to the heavens, Jesus be the center. I told you guys, I almost passed out twice yesterday. But I'm proud of myself. I told her I'm proud of myself because I sat down before. I felt the faint coming on. Then when Tim got up, it was still there. So I was moving back and forth. I felt the faint coming on. Yesterday, I was like, I'm going to stay awake for the sermon. I'm going to stay awake for the worship. I'm going to stay awake. I'm stay awake. I'm stay up. Everything I have is found in you. Jesus. From my heart to the heavens, Jesus be the center. It's all about you. Yes, it's all about you. Get it? When I make it all about Jesus, then the way that I react to, I started to think, honestly, my pastor said some things to me, and I started to think, oh, he doesn't want me. Oh, he doesn't like me. Oh, he hates me. When he kept reminding me, he said it like 6 times, Jamie. I said, yes. He said, yes, that loves you and cares about you. It was like he was yelling it in my face in slow motion so I would not forget. And the enemy almost came and snatched it. What type of ground am I then? When the enemy can come and snatch the word. There's a certain ground for it. I'm not deceived anymore because I'm not a baby Christian, but I'm ground, right? At that point, when I'm dealing with my emotions, I'm ground because I'm in different spots. You are in your emotional man. You are in your mind. You're in your mind. Now you're in your emotions, right? You have not made it to your will. You have not made God about your will. Now say, I worship, right? Nevertheless, in all these things, we are more than conquerors. And because of that, I choose you, for this is the will of God. I thank you, God. Like Jesus said, what did he say? Nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. When you are in your grounds, right, even if it's good ground, when you are in the grounds, you don't have the ability to make a determination to serve God with all your will, right? You don't give God everything you got with your will and drop your emotions and serve God out of your will, right? With a saved soul out of your will until you become the sower. That's what the power of the mustard seed does for us. We become the sower. Jesus at the center of your church, right? From beginning to, I sang every note flat, y'all, but I can't do it. The ending, it'll always be you, Jesus. Who do you put at the center of your joy? I definitely don't put Lois at the center of my joy because she don't want me. Now we're going on 5 years that I haven't heard from her. I thought it was 3, but it's 5. It's okay. It's not. Thank you, Pastor David. It is not okay. But when I say it's okay, I am saying that I have come to terms with the fact that between me and God has explained to me, helped me understand that it's not me, it's her. That she has a problem with. She has a problem with herself. Because she can't find the inner Lois. So when she looks at me, she tries to beat the inner me out of me. For some strange reason, she's mad at that inner Lois. So that's, when I say that's her problem, I'm not saying to be mean. That is her problem between her and God. But right now, I have the Chamber of Commerce coming up. I can't sit and think about Lois's problems. I have my pastor every day, forget every Sunday, every day. I'm thinking about something. How will my pastor feel about me doing this? What will he say about Jesus? How does this apply to the grounds that I'm on? I need to watch that sermon again. I need to watch a sermon about affliction that he did at his other church. I need to watch a sermon about essential. Am I essential? Then he tried to tell me I'm not essential, but he kept telling me he loved me. I need to remind myself of that sermon about essential. I need to pray. I need to stop being pious with my prayer. I love that sermon. That sermon was hard to watch, but I love that sermon. He said prayer with piety, or piety in prayer. I need to watch that again, right? When I pray for people, am I praying for them in a pious manner? Because I've had people do that for me, and what they do is they pray, or P-R-E-Y, all over you instead of praying P-R-A-Y for you, right? I need to get God at the center, because if God is the center, the way I deal with all my issues is I won't talk to people like I did on Friday. I need to come back to who Jamie is. Kirk said, Jamie, you are really a sweet person, but I'm the only one that knows it. You need to stop talking to people like that. And it's true, I actually am. And when I said, but Kurt, and you know this about me. I said, I used to get taken advantage of all the time. I got mugged, I got robbed, I got beat up all the time. Even my family used to get beat up. Jumped all the time when I'm a girl. So I guarded my heart, and I put up this guard where I'm this rough and tumble girl, and I'm like, and growling at people, I punch her in the face. Yes, I do that because it's funny. For me, it isn't just funny because it's stupid, right? But at the end of the day, I'm really guarding this girl that's wiping her tears real fast so she can stand up real fast. I hope he didn't see nothing. I'm hiding this interior with this rough and tumble exterior. And what I didn't realize is God sees it all. Because he saw it all. He told me, he said, Jimmy, and when you do that smile, like that, he called it. And when you act like you don't see people, he called it. He called out every single thing that I do. Every single thing. I said, well, if he see it, other people see it. Then that means it's not only is it fake and it's a lie, but it's stupid. Because I'm doing it to hide the real Jamie when actually I'm not hiding anything. I'm just making people mad. Nobody wants to connect to me in the body, right? Because they don't know the real me, because I keep hiding it, right? Because I'm hiding this heart. I said, God, release it. Release it, because when you release it, you release me. I guarded it like Pastor David, and I guarded it so well. How many of you guys have guarded your heart so well yesterday? Been trying to get to this story. Yesterday, they stole my money. And I told Justin, I said, I feel bad. I said, because I'm not where I'm supposed to be in God. She said, what does that have to do with it? I said, I'm not where I'm supposed to be in God, because here's the thing. If I was where I'm supposed to be, then I'll be able to help those people. The state of this world irks me. And that's one reason why I feel like I need to be so mean. I'm angry, because the state of the world irks me. But I'm not ready to do anything about it. I'm not ready to get up and go out there, charge the mountain. God ain't telling me to do it. And Pastor David, he don't think I'm ready. Because he wants me to be a student. And I want to be a student. And I need to be a student. And I will always be a student. But if I was ready, my pastor would be telling me, go up and preach. If I was ready, my pastor would be telling me, go into the world. Go ye. Go ye. I haven't heard that from him yet. Because he can't trust me. And it's not, yes, I lie about everything. I'm lying about who I am by actually put up that front, right? But it's not that he can't trust me because I'm telling lies. He can't trust me, right? Because he can't trust my Christianity, right? But some of y'all want to go further than God, but y'all are with me. Raise your hand if you're with me. Well, your pastor cannot trust your Christianity, right? You are not, you are insane. But the prices are insane, right? You are insane. Even though you're after God and you know the word and you want to get more of God, you are insane, right? So he gave me that assignment, and I love doing that assignment, and I made some pretty out of it, because I rolled it up like a little diploma and I handed it to him, right? And I put all my verses that I broke down on the front of it in different colors, right? And then on the back, I put my questions, right? Now I'm a little nervous about that, because I said, okay, I'm nervous because I'm not questioning you, because you're my pastor. I'm not questioning you, but I have questions. I have some questions. I have some trepidations, right? I handed it to him. I said, what's my next assignment? Here come Harmony. Jamie, it's a process. Basically, your next assignment is live it. Isn't that how it works? You get word and you live it. I have been getting word. And could that be why my natural heart is regurgitating, but also my spiritual heart is regurgitating? Because without me living it, I'm not processing it. It's not going through my system. It's not just like if the food don't go through your regular process system, you throw it up. If the food, your bread, good bread, good meat, the God says eat spiritual word, right? If it's not going through my system, if it's not going through and hitting all my organs, right, and helping me out, right? If it's not going through my system spiritually, I have aortic regurgitation spiritually as well. Because the heart is throwing up. That's why I couldn't stop talking to him. And when I did talk to him, everything that he said, every question he asked me, I couldn't help. The truth came out of my mouth. I can't lie to him. I tried. Are you okay? Yeah. I tried. One pastor to think I'm strong. That's not strong, that's stupid. Because he see it. He was like, Jamie, I can see you. We come in the door. You're not okay. It's not. You're not that. Pick another word. Are you okay? No. But God is still good. What do I say? I was really upset because I said, I don't want to lie to my pastor, and I want my pastor to care about me, and I don't want him to be afraid to care about me because I'm a liar. So I told Harmony, and she said, Jamie, I said, because I've come across people, and when they ask me how am I doing, and I'm like, I don't want to tell them the truth, but then when I tell them, they ask, are you sure you want to know? And they say, yes. When I tell them the truth, they get angry at me for telling them. She said, Jamie, because you have to pick. Ask people. When they say, are you okay? Ask them, do they want the 2-minute version or the 10-minute version? Do you want the pamphlet or the book? That's my version. Okay, do you want the pamphlet version or do you want the book? Because Victoria gave me flowers on Mother's Day. And she has been a part of a saga that she had no idea was going on. Backstory, right? She sees me and I'm smiling, everything's okay, and she gives me flowers and she doesn't know. She said, God told me to give you these flowers. I walked in the store and I saw them, and he said, those are Jamie's. So they're yours. I still got them in the vase. They're a little bit dead, though. They're a little bit dead. I want to cry. They told me that you could paint it. I like painting things into things, so I could use it in a painting. I use the flowers in painting. I've done it before. But since God gave me those flowers, Victoria was the vehicle, but God gave me the flowers. Right? She said, that's exactly the way I want you to see it. She didn't know the day after Mother's Day I had to go in for a test to finalize the diagnosis of PCOS. I can't have kids. So she gave me flowers the day before. I found out final. I knew already, but I found out final. I can't have kids. This story gets a little crazy. I found out final. The test said I can't have kids, right? Because the eggs just keep making cysts and they go back inside my body. Well, God said a miracle. Remember me typing on that and I said, oh, you talking about Job. And then twice God said, have you considered my Job? Consider my servant Job. I'm sorry, I'm starting to stutter a little bit, so I'm going to take my time. Have you considered my servant Job? Right? To Satan. And Satan gave an answer, right? Twice he said it. I said, well, I typed in there twice. And I didn't realize when I was doing it, I typed twice. Right? So they would see me saying, consider me God. Now he did it. Mother's Day, I went in for the test, right? And I was okay. I mean, I'm okay inside of my heart, right? Because I know if I'm supposed to have a child, God will work a miracle. God will work a miracle, or I end up adopting. If and when I get married, right? That's the first step. I'm not trying to have babies now. But we talked about it. Hosea! I'm not Gomer trying to meet every Hosea out here, right? It was Hosanna, sweetie, not Hosea. You got it wrong. You're calling for the wrong man, right? You put for the bridegroom instead of just the groom, right? So I'm not trying to meet with every man here, right? So I'm not married yet, right? If and when I do get married, there's God intends for a child to be in my household, and I will have a child. But first I have to be taught how to be obedient as a child, because I was never taught that. How can I train a child? Train up a child in the way that they should go. What do you mean? What is that? How can I train up a child? Some of y'all trying to train up children. Have children. I want to have children. I want to have family. I'm training up a child. You're trying to make the family before you become familial, right? I know what Pastor Dave said yesterday. He said, this is a relational. This is how you do it, right? So I said, okay, I'm learning something here. I don't discount anything, especially when it comes from my pastor. I don't discount nothing, right? Because if I have a family, I need to know how to be relational so that I can actually talk to that man. And if we get upset at each other, we can come together and talk, right? And fix things and work on things, right? And I will not expect more from him than he can give. Don't expect this God that's in the man. Don't expect your man to be God. He cannot fulfill your desires. The Bible says, delight yourself in the Lord. He will give you the desires of your heart. Don't expect the man to give you the desires. He can't do it. What he can do is, if you got a job, he can give you some food if you want it. But that's a want. I was a chicken. That's a want. That's not a desire, sweetie. Get it straight. So, if God puts a child in his house, I will be properly trained, right? Because I was not taught. So I'll be properly trained, probably by my pastor, right? How to, right, to engage a person with a head and a neck and teach them things, right? And hold on to the head, right? Hold on to the head, right? Just like that. You probably won't hold baby's head. I don't know. So, and then you hold on to the top of the head when they're like 4. You don't do that, right? So anyway, that's what I'm saying. So you don't need to hold baby head. So that's what I need to know. I need to know stuff like that. I need to know stuff like that. So anyway, right? You need to be taught how to engage, right, a child before they make engagement outside. Your point is to train up a child, right? They are passing through your house. And if your house is not good enough, your temple is not good enough, right? This is supposed to be a boot camp station. If I have a child, this house becomes a boot camp station for them because they pass through it. And I love the fact that my pastor is letting me pass through his boot camp station. They're supposed to pass through your boot camp station and learn from you, right? So when they go out into the world, they engage you now. Pastor engaged me, and he engaged me. Now engage me. Don't let me get away with nothing, because if you engage me properly, I can go and make engagements outside. But God ain't gonna let me set myself up to be engaged to nobody. Now I don't know what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna train up a child. You gonna make an engagement and train up a child. You ain't get no training yourself, right? How you gonna do it, right? God wants you to engage to him first, right? He will put somebody in your life to teach you and train you through a boot camp situation. This feels like boot camp, right? Because what I'm supposed to do, I'm telling you, my pastor will take his boot and camp it. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? camp it, right? In my head. I'm telling y'all that's just him. He's not going to kick me in the head. What I'm saying is that's what he does, right? It's not easy. It's hard, but it's hard good. There's good that comes from it, because everything I got from him yesterday, whether it was hard or whether it was soft, I learned from it. So now I can actually make an engagement in some area in my life to bring God closer to me, right? And then when I'm ready, right, then possibly if I go through all the training, God will send a man to engage me, right? So that way we could make a boot camp station, so I could train up a child and send them through a boot camp station here. I could train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart from it. I don't care. The Bible still stands. People say, well, Jamie, that Bible, that's not always true. That's not always true. Why? It's not always true if you don't train them up. But if you train up a child in the way they should go, Bible says when they're old, they will not depart from it. Even if they leave from the faith, God will not let them go too far. That's why it is. I can never leave and go too far. And Lowe's did not train me. I did. Understanding that, right, dealing with two people that a person that's trying to use my credit card, so you try to use both my credit card numbers to buy $103 worth of stuff, and the bank alerted me immediately. I said, God, can I get is there a way to get the address from the police officer so I can send them something? I said, this is what I've said all day. I said, this was messed up. I said, just what if they're hungry? You know, I've been there before. It's hard for me to even get groceries now or get help getting groceries. I've been hungry before. And now that I have my heart the way it is, I can't bring groceries and run up down the stairs like that. What if they need? I'm not in want right now. But I could give them some Jesus. We play 1-800-GRAB a soul. Can't we? Jesus used the vehicle of the cross to go to, Jesus used the vehicle of the cross to go to Calvary. He rode it like a horse to Calvary, or the cross rode him, didn't he? So who's the vehicle, Jesus or the cross? Anytime anything's moving, there's a vehicle and there's an occupant. So who's the occupant and who's the vehicle? Is Jesus the vehicle or is the cross? I believe that Jesus is the vehicle. Because the cross can have all of our sins on it like it did. The purpose, look at the purpose. The cross can have all of our sins on it just like it did. But if there was no Jesus, you could put a Buford there, the Buford McGee, to die on the cross, right? Die on the cross, all the sins on it. The sins is just going to eat him up. He'll die before the nail him. But because it was Jesus, right? Jesus made a nasty situation, a cursed situation better because it was him. And so he looked at all that Jesus just poured over the cross. And underneath him, underneath his back, was this person trying to use my credit card. I said, God, are they hungry? I still hear more. Jesus at the center. The same thing I was hearing yesterday. Only you, Jesus at the center of my church. I don't care if we know that they are scam artists. We know that they are something's up. If they were fulfilled and happy, they would not be doing that. Something happened. And I'm asking my pastor to look at me, right, like other people won't. I'm asking my pastor to look at me and see the real Jamie inside of me and pull her out. I'm asking my pastor, if you got to beat my skin off. I can't put my body under subjection, but you can. Put my body under subjection till you get to my heart, Pastor David. I'm asking you to pull it out. Pull it out. I don't even know what it looks like anymore. Pull it out so we both could see it, and then Jesus could be the center of it. And then I could walk across it to become discipled by you. Pull it out. So I can stop lying about how I feel. Pull it out. I don't want nobody else to do it. I want him to do it. Because you need somebody kind. He said it in this other video. He said, you want to make sure you have somebody around you that will tell you the truth about what you're doing. And right now, I don't have anybody like that. Because I have people in my life that will tell me the truth, but they don't know the word. I know just by talking to them. He said you need people around you, a person around you that will tell you the truth about where you are and guide you. And he giggled a little bit. He said, make sure they love you. And that's the truth. Make sure they love you. Because some people, when they're going through something, if you're yelling at your kids and you're upset and a lot of frustration going on, I call you, right? You will tell me what you feel about what I'm saying based on how you already feel. That means you are not in a position to help me, right? When other things in your life, the cares of this world, right, take you somewhere, and I can't call you and depend on the word that's coming out of your mouth. Even when you give words, you don't see it properly because you see, right, the people that are in front of you, right? I asked Tori. Tori text me. She always texts me when she wants prayer. I asked Tori, I said, okay, do you want me? Because I was praying for you this week. I said, do you want me to? And that's not an excuse. Some people say, I'll pray for you. I'm praying for you all week. That means that you don't have to ask me to pray for you because I'm already praying for you. No, that's wrong. When Tori asked me, I said, I've been praying for you this week. I said, but do you want to pray and have an ear? Or do you just want me to pray? She said, just pray. I said, okay. And then she prayed. She said, pray this especially. I said, got it. Give them a menu to pick from.